Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Thomas sabotages Steffy and Finn's relationship, wants family back with Liam? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers reveal that Hope Logan is upset about all the boundary violating that's going on. Hope believes in the power of redemption, but she also has a bad feeling about Thomas Forrester and the eventuality for him to be pushed too far. Steffy Forrester understandably has enterprises about Thomas getting in too deep with his former preoccupation, especially when Hope still won't directly say she's in love with him. Still, Thomas is right about being an overgrown man who's in charge of his own love life. Steffy's pressure could boomerang if it drives Thomas to scheme again and try to ensure that his relationship stays complete. Now Finn Finnegan could be making matters worse by going up against Thomas, who might resort to some sneaky tactics soon. Will Thomas surrender to the old interpretation of himself and do some manipulating? At some point, Thomas might decide to sabotage Steffy and Finn's relationship. B&B spoilers say Finn's going to grow decreasingly concerned about Thomas' history and the threat of him repeating it. What happens if Finn starts pushing Hope to stay down from Thomas and trying to rattle her about the Peril? Thomas could determine that Finn is the one who needs to be shoved out of the picture rather. Of course, Thomas could also come more insecure about the possibility of Hope reuniting with Liam Spencer. It'd be easy for Thomas to decide that Liam needs to be locked into another love so that he won't try to fix effects with Hope. Steffy is the most logical choice, so Thomas might suppose he can break two problems at formerly if he pushes his family toward Liam again. Thomas could get Finn out of the way and keep Liam enthralled so that he hopefully won't want Hope back. Although Liam obviously has issues with Thomas too, Thomas could still weigh his options and prefer him as the man in Steffy's life. Maybe Thomas will feel like Liam can accept the whole situation if he gets the Steffy reunion he's featuring of. Whatever the case, terrible news could be brewing if Thomas goes back to his manipulative ways. Will Thomas make some strategy updates and sabotage Steffy's marriage to Finn? Will Thomas eventually push Steffy toward Liam? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Thomas will have to determine whether he'll stay on the road to redemption or throw it all down. Steffy needs to stop, Finn gets protective, Xander Avant returns. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Thursday, December 28th indicate that Steffy Forrester's meddling isn't 8. Finn Finnegan gets protective with Thomas Forrester. Xander Avant returns to find that his croaker has a connection with the Forresters. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers Thomas Forrester insists Steffy Forrester stop. Steffy may be looking out for her family, but he wants no part of it. Thomas Forrester has eventually got a chance with the woman of his dreams, Hope Logan, and he's not about to allow Steffy and her meddling to knock him out of it. Thomas is an overgrown man and insists that he knows what he's doing. Hope feels the same and wants to be suitable to stay in the moment with Thomas. Hope feels that she and Thomas will ultimately figure out where they're going, but they don't need anyone pushing them. Hope also feels that Thomas could be pushed over the edge and she doesn't want that to be. This is the first time they've truly tried to have a relationship and others need to back off. Finnegan protects his woman. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers reveal that Finn was walking by when he heard Thomas lash out at Steffy, telling her she's not going to ruin his chance with Hope. Thomas has loved Hope for times and they eventually have a chance to see where effects go. Why can everyone not just leave them alone and allow them to figure this out? Finn is furious at the way Thomas is talking to Steffy and orders him to stop. Steffy has been one of Thomas's biggest title holders and Finn is clearly not beyond reminding him of that. B&B spoilers update Thursday, December 28th. Steffy needs to stop, Finn gets protective, Xander Avant returns. Finn has a lot to say and Thomas has no choice but to hear to him. Unfortunately, Thomas isn't likely to be happy with any of it and may lament the whole discussion. B&B spoilers Xander Avant returns. Xander hasn't gotten over everything that went down when Thomas forced others to keep quiet so he could keep Beth Spencer from Hope so that she and Liam Spencer didn't reunite. This was a veritably bad situation, especially after Thomas chased Emma Barker, causing her to wreck. Xander is rehabilitated and ends up discovering that Finn is connected to the Forresters, his former heads. Xander could bring up some heavy issues for Thomas from the history. Will Hope begin to part herself from Thomas after this memorial of the history? Like a good husband, Finn stands up for Steffy. Thomas Forrester is about to learn a hard assignment. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Thursday, December 28, 2023, tease a stock blow-up. Has Steffy enough broken up? So, like a good neighbor hubby, State Farm Finn is there. Bold and the beautiful spoilers highlights it seems Steffy's prying questions and demands of Hope weren't welcome. Not by Hope, and clearly not by Thomas. In fact, he's tired of her opinions on the state of his love life and tells her so. Finn goes off. Of course, this causes quite a stir. Steffy isn't exactly an addict of being put in her place, especially not when she thinks she's right. And, especially not by her family. Let's face it, not long ago Thomas was a disaster. Flashback when he was in love with a mannequin? All Steffy is doing is looking out for him. How dare he? Thomas may be well within his rights to tell off his sis, but Finn doesn't like that at all. He steps up to go toe-to-toe with the baddie. Once Finn gets going, Thomas may lament saying anything at all. Will Steffy ever authorize of Thomas and Hope? Yes, she'll realize how important they love each other now. She'll no way trust Hope's passions for Thomas. Perhaps she'll back out, but she will not change her mind. Vote view results. Drink back, Xander. Look for Xander Avant to resurface in this occasion. He gets a bit of a shock when he realizes his croaker has a connection to the Forresters. He put that family's drama behind him times agone. And no way looked back. Maybe it's time to look back now? What could be the detriment? Thomas has caused Eric Forrester lots of stress. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say that while Thomas Forrester wants everyone to believe that he's made a whole lot of changes in his life, there are still plenitude of sins from his history that he needs to come to terms with. Not only that, but numerous observers also suppose that Thomas Forrester might have been a huge source of stress for his forefather, Eric Forrester. Then's what you need to know. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Thomas has caused Eric Forrester lots of stress. Numerous B&B suckers have noticed that Thomas has been veritably quiet during this entire fire with Eric Forrester's declining health. Could there be a reason for it? Some observers suppose that Thomas should be spending some time internalizing all of the effects he's done to Eric in the last many months alone. After all, this is the same Joe we're talking about that had pretended to be Brooke Logan just so he could call CPS on himself. That's one way to give someone in the family a lot of stress, let alone a heart attack. Of course, it would be illegal to condemn all of Eric's health straits on Thomas. The two have nothing to do with one another. But numerous suckers do believe that Thomas should at least spend some time allowing about everything he's done along with his relationship with his cherished forefather. After all, he doesn't want to repeat the same miscalculations of the history, right? Thomas has always been veritably near to his notorious father and should at least have one scene in which he's apologizing to him for all of his dirty deeds in the history, right? Let's see if that happens. What's next for Thomas Forrester? It goes without saying that suckers will simply have to tune in to find out what will be next. The bold and the beautiful charade weekdays on the CBS network. Check your original rosters for times. Tell us, what do you suppose of this story? Drop us a line in our commentary section below with your studies. Also, watch this space as we've a feeling there's so much further juicy drama to come. Also, don't forget to come back right then for all the rearmost news and gossip about all of your favorite British royals, Hollywood actors, and reality TV stars. We've got you covered.